wants me to apologize for a prediction that I was certain to go wrong, that did go wrong, and didn't even reach the maximum number of games. Well, you know what? A whole lot of that. I'm not apologizing to you or any other, I did it wrong, Panthers fan for the entirety of the show, but to be fair,
I got to troll.
I will make my apology this way.
The fans rise. The old Sunrise, Florida.
Back to back for the Cats.
15 seconds. Gustav Forsling holds. The Panthers begin to celebrate. Panther perfection. The Florida Panthers win their second consecutive Stanley Cup.
Which means, ladies and gentlemen, your winner and still Stanley Cup champions,
the Florida Panthers.
Which means we will not hear the end of this until the beginning of the next season.
No, we won't hear it until next June when they
to be the champs. You must unseat the champs.
Shut it up. Let's go.
See?
Shut up, droid.
Can't do it. We'll do it live. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Mister, will you please wake up? Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up.
Good morning. Snowman here to all you Brock Purdy and San Francisco 49er haters. Shut up! I gotta thank you, Shane.
I mean, whatever happened to the games where breaking 100 points was, I don't know, unusual?
There was one word to sum up the All-Star weekend.
Trays. Because we take this job so serious.
Splash Brothers, yes. Ray Allen, replace him with Steve Kerr. Reggie Miller, yeah.
What in the all types of blue hell?
Oh dear Lord, that damn steal.
Oh yeah!
Let's do it!
To be the champs, you must unseat the champs.
And the
Edmonton Oilers,
not do it.
You ain't doing it no time soon. Congrats to the Panthers on back-to-back champs. On back-to-back cups, rather.
I have 2 words. It's
quiet.
I'm gonna count down from. You got to count down from 5 to 1, and then I got 2 words for the Edmonton Oilers. Go ahead.
You fired.
Nope.
I didn't know, but wait a minute, will you?
First
I
off,
guess this is everybody getting even with
I'm
me. This is everybody getting even with me for preventing me from saying good Welcome to the celebratory Stanley Cup Florida Panther Champion Edition of Snowman in the Morning. Glad to have y'all with us. Congrats to the Cup champs, the back-to-back Cup champs. I'll address them correctly. This first hour is presented by Invader Coffee, fuel for the fearless.
By the way, I'm hearing a weird echo, and there's a reason for that. Somebody else's stream currently has us tabbed up that I'm listening to.
Okay.
In which we had a crazy opening for.
Uh-oh.
I think they're wondering what the hell we're doing. No,
yeah, I think so.
Question.
By the way, for those that don't know where to go, the Queen is currently streaming Twitch.tv, Genevieve, so check it out. Meanwhile,
a lot happened yesterday, but I want to hold the cup final off. I want to hold the cup final off, and I need to talk about what happened yesterday in Connecticut.
What are you talking about?
What the hell are you talking about?
Versus Connecticut.
The whole scuffle, that happened in Indiana.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about that in about 20 minutes.
I have two takes for that, and we're going to save that. First of all, must give praise to the Florida Panthers, back-to-back Stanley Cup champions, and it was in 6 games this time. And Droid's popping his chest like he was Sam Reinhart, scoring 4 goals in the game last night.
So
I gotta be careful throwing up them 4. That's not my territory. That's not my territory.
Do not do that, my man.
So
it's all about the Cats. Florida Panthers, back-to-back Stanley Cup champions. Congratulations to them. Florida is Hockey USA. It most certainly is, man.
So as
I have no argument against it. Now, Droid seems to think that I made a promise of apologizing to him and the rest of the Panther fans, which I'm not going to do. I am not going to look into this camera and say I made an incorrect prediction. I thought the Oilers would win, and the Oilers came up shorter than Tuukka Rask in 17 seconds. So I apologize to them and to Droid, to Rod Peterson, and the rest of Panther Nation for doubting you. There, you got your apology.
Listen, the whole reason I needed my apologies because you made me apologize to Dr. K for picking against the Colts. This is my get back. This is my
Not yet, it ain't, because you're going to do it again.
How am I catching a string in all of this?
Droid, listen to me. Droid,
the Oilers couldn't close it out, just like the Bruins couldn't close it out in Game 5. That's what I'm just saying.
Or Game 6. Or just like the Red Sox couldn't close it out.
We're choking them. Stop.
Or just like the White Sox, just like the Red Sox couldn't close it out in 2005 in the division series.
You big dummy! You big dummy! You big dummy! You big cold-blooded dummy! You big dummy! See what you did? Oh no! You big dummy! Oh no! You big dummy! You dummy!
That is every organization in Boston right now.
Oof.
I just love how I'm catching strays and all of
that. Was Don Sweeney. That was a live view at Don Sweeney looking at the Panthers win the Cup with Brad Marchand.
No, it was and then this happened during the live stream.
No.
Yeah, that was everybody else running away. 4 of the last.
Run away.
Shut up.
Oh God.
Now Victor was giving us a cue,
a skit of something that I've told you once before when I used to work at a carnival.
Oh,
yeah. I just love how I'm catching all sorts of strays and all this.
Yes.
Dear Edmonton Oilers,
you lose.
Tiger uppercut.
You lose.
Fatality.
The Edmonton Oilers.
Tiger uppercut.
The Edmonton Oilers
are officially
boring.
Okay.
This is where we need Willy Wonka to come in.
You're an idiot. I am so sick of your stupidity.
Seriously, we need Willy Wonka in here for this one.
Nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
That.
The Edmonton Oilers' quest for the cup was a failure.
Was a fate.
McDavid's second trip to the Cup final, and he's still going to close it out.
You big dummy.
Like I said, we will not hear the end of this until June next year.
Yeah,
at least Droid's not acting like
you okay.
Listen,
because let me finish.
It's time
for the. No, he's not acting like that because he actually backs a team that built themselves up from the ground up, took the brunt of everybody's jokes, mine included, and now look what they're celebrating. They're doing what only the Tampa Bay Lightning have done in recent history, and that's back-to-back champs. In fact, according to Playmaker, 4 of the last 6 Cup champs are in Florida.
True.
And there has been
Florida,
and the Stanley Cup hasn't been won more back-to-back than 3 times since 2000. So there you go.
Listen, Stuart Skinner, Evan Bouchard, Calvin Pickard.
Here's what makes this so interesting to me is that usually after a Stanley Cup winning season, usually the team gets gouged. Like they have to completely strip the team away because of cap room. Panthers didn't do
Florida. Florida added.
Panthers added and basically repaired
won it again.
Listen,
they fixed the one hole that they fixed the one hole that they had with the trade for Brad Marchand and won it all again. Now I wouldn't be surprised if they do something only the Montreal Canadiens have done.
Go 3 in a row.
3 in a row.
The fact we gave away, what fact we gave up Brad Marchand.
Dumbass! You dumbass! You're a dumbass. Such a dumbass. You're an ass.
No, I said I know that hurt you, Shane, because
this show is sponsored by Bag O Pucks, the Bruins' favorite trade acquisition.
Oh,
Get your bag of pucks today using code Snowman for 50% off.
Shut up, bitch! Oh my God!
I'm sorry, Shane.
I'm waiting for Joy to come in one day with sunglasses on.
Listen, here are your major and minor losses for the Florida Panthers in the last 2 years. We lost Spencer Knight, Brandon Montour, and Vladimir Tarasenko. We lost Kevin Stenlund, Oliver Ekman-Larsson, Steven Lorentz, Anthony Stolars, Ryan Lomberg, Josh Mahura, and Nick Cousins. And we added Seth Jones, Brad Marchand, Jesper Rukas, Nate Schmidt, AJ Greer, Vitek Vanacek, Tomas Nosek, Jesse Puljujarvi, Nico Sturm, and Adam Boquist.
And all of that results in back-to-back championships. Back-to-back banners for the Florida Panthers. And Joy wanted me to call their season opener. I couldn't, unfortunately, because I couldn't talk. I tried too. My wife wanted me to do that season opener until she came in the bedroom one day and found me flat out in it. And I tried to say hi, and she says, "Oh no, you're not doing anything." Well,
Mister, will you please lay down?
Right.
That's in essence what she said. That's in essence what she said. Well, congrats to the Panthers. If I find the radio call or a droid finds the radio call, that's our call.
I got you. Hold on.
Hold on to that.
I wasn't going to have that on speed dial.
You think I wasn't going to have it?
Right.
Well, you're not going to play it yet. Hold on to that.
The fact
there's a certain area where I want to play that.
Hold on to that. I'm catching all these damn strays right now.
I'm getting too old for this.
Well,
you ain't caught a stray yet.
Close it out in 5.
I've been catching strays this entire segment.
Hey,
what are you talking about? It ain't my fault that Brad Marchand missed a wide open net in Game 5.
What games can the Bruins not close that in? 5, 6, 7.
Oh God!
I hate it here
Bruins
sometimes.
Actually lost to the. Never mind.
I hate it here sometimes.
I'll be next.
No, you won't. No, the Bruins have to be thinking.
What in the all types of blue hell?
I stopped that question because they weren't thinking when it came to Brad Marchand. Oops. Hell, if you really want to be truthful about it, they weren't thinking when it came to Tuukka Rask or Jeremy Swayman. Oops.
Oh, good Lord.
This is the kryptonite of the Boston Bruins organization.
Game 7.
Coming up after the break, we'll have our call of the day. And I got some things to say about what happened last night at Gamebridge Fieldhouse. And some people are not going to like the direction I'm going to go, but I'm going to do what I've always been told, and that's to speak the truth. Snowman in the morning, back in a flash.
Finally, I stopped getting kicked.
This is Snowman in the morning.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can be the black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
We were always hippies at heart, I guess, and that was one way that we showed it before we became full-time RVers.
Yeah, we were definitely living small and minimally.
What made us decide to go with Battleborn was everyone from their top leadership team down to their service department helped us so much the whole way through. Our relationship with Battleborn is so much more than business. And me and Dennis love to jam together. We've played together multiple times, and that's been an awesome transition. Be able to learn so much more about the business. Also, just make some awesome friends.
They said the W couldn't catch fire, but in Indiana, the fever's already burning. Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern, Full Court Fever tips off on Snowman Multimedia. All in on the WNBA. All eyes on the Indiana Fever. Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell. The next dynasty in the making? Join Brian Snow for the deep dives, the hot takes, and the real stories from the hardwood. Full Court Fever, Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern, only on Snowman Multimedia. This is Fever Basketball.
I want to do a TED Talk, but I don't have anything to talk about yet. I'm getting there.
Life is for the living. We're not here that long.
You can learn anything you want to learn without any money spent.
What do I really enjoy? What do I really want out of life?
I am your host, WIZE.
Are you in a life holding pattern? Well, this is for you. Welcome to the Stuck in My Mind podcast. Live every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central. Whether it's the men's college game,
the way that this season has been going, anything is possible.
The women's college game,
and how passionate Angel Reese was at that press conference, they got their mojo now.
The WNBA,
AJ Wilson Brown stood 1-2, followed by Brittany Griner, Aaliyah Boston, Jackie Young,
or the NBA.
The Lakers had a 0.8 chance of winning. And then what happened in the fourth quarter? LeBron James by himself outdid the Clippers.
You will get any and all of the information right at your fingertips or your earlobes. Join the Playmaker as he breaks down all things basketball in Shooting Lights Out. On the Playmakers blog, network, YouTube channel, and where you can find podcasts. Because we take this job so serious.
All of it, between two people and 4 nostrils, all of it was gone. What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the morning.
I seriously feel like Hank after Bobby kicked him in the nuts.
Oh, no, you don't.
It's on the first segment, Doug. It's going to probably get worse.
Oh, God.
Take my camera down, please.
I gotcha. So, I do believe we have a call of the day, if you have that prepared, Droid.
Oh, you know I do.
Oh, we knew he did.
And, of course, this call of the day is brought to you by Cricket. Droid? Hit it. And make sure you can actually get your screen up. There you go.
Sir.
Radio call of the Florida Panthers. Game 6 win.
Down to the final 5 seconds. Rats rain down. Lord Stanley staying in South Florida. Last year was greatness. This time it's historic. The Florida Panthers are back-to-back Stanley Cup champions. The Panthers have done it in 6 games. They take down the Edmonton Oilers. The Panthers have gone back-to-back in 24 and 25.
Glorious, beautiful, remarkable, and undeniable. The Panthers at the top of the Hockey Mountain.
Down to the final 5 seconds.
There you go. You go.
And remind me who the Joy, remind me who the Florida voice is.
It's Doug Plagans.
Doug Plagans. That's the name I was looking for. All right. I nearly had a calamity happen during the break because I was trying to get my screen adjusted, but I'm going to make an audible. I'm going to call an audible as far as that goes. As for what we got next, I want you to roll the take, and I'll keep everybody up here.
Okay.
Oh, give me a second here. We're rolling the take. I think this is it.
All right. Since none of the radio stations are involved today,
oh no,
I'm going to let loose on something.
He's going to cuss.
Here we go.
You better believe I'm going to cuss.
Here we go.
Last night's officiating crew was full of
now that's some bullshit.
grade A homogenized Holstein thereof. Marina Mabry shoved Caitlin Clark to the floor and only received a technical foul. Meanwhile, J.C. Sheldon committed a flagrant foul against Caitlin Clark. Clark reacted, and Clark got assessed a technical foul. The explanation from head referee and crew chief Ashley Goss was as, and I don't know where I put, was as follows. Not ejecting Marina Mabry. I had the quote up here, and then everything else happened. Here it is. Quote, the contact made by Marina Mabry did not rise to the level of an ejection. Bullshit. Additionally, it did not meet the criteria for a flagrant foul penalty 2. Bullshit.
Part 2.
Did not. She came right in. The technical decision for Caitlin Clark. I'll finish it. After the foul by Sheldon, Clark reacted in an unsportsmanlike manner towards Sheldon. Bullshit. 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 And
I'm
bullshit.
sorry, but you get poked in the eye on a play like that. Of course, you're going to react.
She got scratched. She didn't get poked in the eye. She got scratched.
Yeah, of course, there's going to be a beef.
There's going to be a retaliation. Was it intentional retaliation? No. Caitlin Clark just got tired of being bullied. Period. All right. I will say it the way I'm supposed to say it and the way people don't want to say it in the mainstream media. Caitlin Clark has been getting bullied since the day she walked into the league. Why? She's a good basketball player. She knows what she's doing. She carries herself well, and she's the leader of the Fever. Okay. Now, rewind back to Saturday. I want to put this on the referees because the referees on Saturday would not have allowed that to happen. Tim Green was the head official in the game against the New York Liberty. Every foul was called correctly, or almost every foul was called correctly. Caitlin Clark gets pushed to the ground. There's a whistle. She gets shoved by Marina Mabry. Nothing. That's bullshit. That's grade A bullshit to me. Which tells me this is on the head of Kathy Engelbert, the commissioner. Now, how much are you boys willing to bet that she will not come out and say a word?
More than likely.
And I'll go even further. How many times has she come out in defense of the abuse? Yeah, I'll say it right. Abuse that Caitlin Clark has taken over the past year plus. If at all.
Nothing.
The crew that reffed last night's game was so loose, it wasn't even funny. There was all kinds of shoving matches, and it had been brewing for a while throughout the course of the game. It's a game that I called last night. And it's just full of shit. The difference in referees from Saturday to last night was astounding. Because they knew if they allow Caitlin Clark to really, I'm talking about the refs last night, if they allow Caitlin Clark to really play and the Fever really play basketball, she'd have repeated her performance that she had against New York. Now, granted, she came up with 4 3-point goals against Connecticut, and it was a 17-point win for the Indiana Fever. But look at that very, very closely. Look at that very closely. How many 3-point goals did Caitlin Clark get off without contact?
Quite a few.
Kathy Engelbert, this is your fault. This is your bag that you're fumbling because you won't come out and speak against the officials. You won't come out and speak against the abuse that Caitlin Clark has taken and will continue to take until you do something. Until you do something, Kathy Engelbert, this is on your head. You need to find a way to quit this. Want to talk about being fair? This ain't fair. And I'm not saying this just because I'm a Caitlin Clark fan. I'm saying this because of all the contact I've seen. Let me just say it fair. Let me just really be fair. Not just Caitlin Clark, but on a lot of players. Let me really go there. There's a physicality to basketball, yes. But last night, that ain't necessary. Marina Baby should have been ejected the moment she raced in to shove Caitlin Clark. Now, what Tina Charles did warranted a technical foul. Yes. All right. In defense of her teammate. But when you are scratched in the eye and you're getting tired of getting scratched in the eye, if you're any player, not just Caitlin Clark, but any player. And yes, I am speaking the whole truth, playmaker. Leave me alone for a minute. Oh, let me quit. These are my opinions. Therefore, they make them the wrong ones. All right, I did that joke. I couldn't help it.
I know exactly where you got that from, too.
You know where I got that from?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Opinions, that's what makes them the right ones.
Mm-hmm. But the league needs to clean up its physicality. And I don't mean clean it all the way up. It's going to be physical anyway. I'm just you know what? Close it. I'm just rambling at this point. I got nothing more.
I mean, in fairness, we also saw a little bit of retaliation Sunday if we watched Connecticut and Chicago.
Yep.
Who got our game.
And Droid wanted to speak on this, so I will cede the floor to him because he's the one who brought this up, and I just rambled, and it's not fair. Go ahead, man.
I mean, listen, there's going to be physicality in all sports. Every sport has some physicality except soccer.
Wrong game.
But
now, how did we know he was going to do that?
Because I bought Sporting Kansas City tickets.
That'll explain it.
Now, why will you do that?
Because I want to go to Kansas City K. I want to go to Legends. So,
okay, continue.
There's such thing as defending your teammate, and I don't think I saw a single Fever player except Sophie Cunningham come to the defense of Caitlin Clark.
That's a great point, and I missed it.
Good point.
I missed it. And you know what, Droid? You're absolutely right. I missed it. No one defended CC on the Fever bench. I think that was the key point that I missed. I know I've missed a couple others. I'm just going on what happened after the contact or during the contact, rather.
Unfortunately, a lot of this is going to kind of blow back on CC because people's like, oh, boo-hoo, you can't take a little bit of physicality. That's how people are going to view this now. They're gonna view it as like she can't take a bit of physicality.
They can view it as
It's
much as
basketball.
And yet
like
again,
that, but if they're gonna keep viewing it like that, then why are you watching the sport?
Yet again, look how she was backing down into the post before the contact happened.
Mm-hmm.
She ain't afraid to bump.
No, it's just that she's not trying to get her head taken off.
And that's the difference. Everyone's looking to go head hunting.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, it's unacceptable. They keep getting away with this. They're going to keep getting away with this until the commissioner does something. This is on the commissioner. It's not on anybody else.
Yeah, but unfortunately, if the commissioner decides to say anything, then she's going to have the Scarlet R plate laid on her.
Which brings to mind this question.
Because it's
why
the ones who are doing this are black.
Why I'll ask this question of everybody. Why won't she say anything?
Well, you want me to be blunt about it, or you want me to sugarcoat it?
No, say it real.
She's fucking scared to.
Yes, she's afraid to because, like I said, everything now is very populist.
Mm-hmm.
Which means there's a lot of virtues that'll be placed on it. So, like I said before, she would have that Scarlet R placed on her if she decides to go after any of the individuals that are attacking Caitlin Clark.
Mm-hmm.
And let's not forget the fact that if we are going to bring race into this, it all started ironically white on white contact, and then all of a sudden now we got everything else going on. So yeah, you look at it, it's going to be pissing off one side or the other either way.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here Playmaker brings up this point. What about before the scuffle when Caitlin Clark shoved JC? What about when JC shoved Caitlin first? JC was shoving Caitlin all night. Caitlin finally got mad.
And then dropped 20, including a 3 in her dome.
I think that's what got JC the most. I think that's what got JC. You know what, folks? Let me tell you.
Take a second.
Which makes every point that I made invalid because Darnell's absolutely right.
Yeah.
I messed up, folks.
Well, here's the thing. Yes, she instigates some of the things, but it still does not give you the right to go head hunting. You see that in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
And they still know where there is a line where it's like you don't cross it. Larry Bird used to do it.
All the
Magic
time.
Johnson used to do it.
Michael Jordan did it.
MJ did it.
Michael Jordan did it.
Recent memory, I'll tell you right now, there was times even the Mamba did it.
The Mamba. Steph does it.
Yeah.
All the time. But there still is a line where it's between competition and almost felonious assault, and that's the dividing line. Yes,
yeah,
you can jaw back with Caitlin. Yes, you can kind of answer the call to Caitlin. We want that.
I mean, hell, they Caitlin and Breonna Stewart were jaw jacking at each other, but they were having fun doing it, playing against each other.
But taking the head off is not an excuse. Taking the head off is still wrong, no matter what the litigation is. That's how I look at it.
And the commission needs to start cracking down. Explain where the line is.
Much longer.
The commissioner needs to say, look, we can't have all of this. There's got to be a certain dividing line.
Yeah, and then unfortunately, who's actually going to abide by it's the biggest question. You're still going to have all these players that are going to go rough out there.
And of course, you have the other side that's going to be like, how come you guys don't defend Angel Reese like this when she getting beat up?
No, not that.
And I just brought up the fact of what happened Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
During the Sun game, going up for a rebound, let's be real, Angel Reese was stupid enough to wear the hair long that day, ended up yanking on the tail and pulled her down during one of the rebounding attempts during the game. Mm-hmm. And she got pissed about it. Now, granted, again, you wear it, it's going to happen, but it's no reason for it to happen.
Let's take a break. I need to reset something.
I'll just say yes and no, Playmaker. Yes, yes.
Oh, you know what? Victor, go ahead.
Is that there's a line Or is it that people have the notion that women should not be physically contacted? Yes, most people don't want to see women out there brutalizing each other, but no, it's just, again, there's a line where it becomes from just, going through the throes of the contact of the game, and then you're trying to like break someone's jaw or take their head off in the midst of a game, and then try to hide behind, well, it's just me going for the ball. When it's like, we can see what you're doing. We can absolutely see what you're doing. We see where it goes from being just in the throes of competition to now I'm trying to hurt you.
Yeah.
Remember how Richie Incognito stuff happened.
True. But I just still feel it's bullshit. And I still, you know what? I'm going to do it again. Let me take a break. Let me compose myself. Let me look at everything at all the points. Then I'll give you my real Snowman's take after this.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
They said the W couldn't catch fire, but in Indiana, the fever's already burning. Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern, Full Court Fever tips off on Snowman Multimedia. All in on the WNBA. All eyes on the Indiana Fever. Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell. The next dynasty in the making? Join Brian Snow for the deep dives, the hot takes, and the real stories from the hardwood. Full Court Fever, Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern, only on Snowman Multimedia. This is Fever Basketball.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. That's when I found this, the Brux Night Guard. Now the Brux Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brux Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to BruxNightGuard.com and order yours today.
Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy, and now begins a future one of matrimony or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another beating a dead horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network, in association with Comey Media Incorporated, proudly present The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson. Live every weekday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the high five strangers got, game-winning interception, first down, just a nice solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Mister, how do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
I must admit something. I didn't look at the entirety of the picture. I just went with my thoughts. And that's not like me to miss points of research, but I just went off of what I saw last night. And I still think I think this should still be laid at Engelbert's feet.
Yeah.
Because through my eyes and in my opinion, since Caitlin Clark's been in the league, every time there's been a dust up, a scuff up, or whatever, where is she? I will again apologize to those who expect the full circle of opinion from me, and I didn't give it. I just went off of feelings. But doggone it, they're valid. What Mabry did was is reprehensible. Mabry should have been ejected at first glance, period. I said it, and I'll say it again. Now, are there going to be people to challenge me to tell me I'm wrong and show me that I'm wrong? Yeah, one of my best friends is doing it in the chat right now. But that's just my feeling. Mabry should have been tossed. End of story.
Now, my question is, how much of that game towards the end of it, including what happened with Caitlin, may have just been Connecticut's Sun frustration about their season?
I think a lot of it is.
I mean, you look at the fact of how that game went for Connecticut. It was a beatdown from moment one.
You know, they stayed. I'll give Connecticut this credit. They stayed with Indiana for much of the first half. Now we're just going to get into talking basketball. They stayed with them for much of the first half. But when the Fever wound up taking a 5-point lead, which was stretched to 8 by the end of the first half, I think they checked out. Did they get back in the game several times over? They certainly did. But I don't know. I guess they kind of. Am I wrong for thinking this? I think they kind of waited for the other shoe to drop. And once it dropped, they were like, okay, we're not going to come back and get them. They got close several times. I mean, hell, they beat them in Cambridge Fieldhouse. But last night, I might be wrong in thinking this. If I am, please tell me, and I want y'all to tell me. I just think they checked out. I don't want to have to say that.
It seemed like after that scuffle, they definitely checked out right up until the end when that almost fight broke out.
Yeah. And I think, well, the flagrant foul too on Sophie warranted, and the ejection was necessary.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
But again, it seemed like she was the only one to step up.
Which frightens me.
Yeah.
Which frightens me because it's showing once again that not even her teammates care about her getting hit or anything like that.
But
and I'm talking to all the fans in the chat. If I'm wrong, please tell me. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you saw. That's why we have the open interaction.
But also, you look at Caitlin's interaction during the post-game scrum. She brushed it off. She said she let her basketball do the talking.
Mm-hmm.
And that 3 that she ended up dropping in JC's grill, I mean, that's kind of the biggest, hey, how you doing? You try to take my sight. Well, enjoy watching this.
Mm-hmm. Oh, God.
What now?
All right, I need to laugh. Cue the heartbeat, please.
Oh, no.
I need to laugh. And I'm doing it before Playmaker runs away screaming like a banshee. I am doing this purely for a laugh.
Oh, shit.
I need to laugh. Hit it.
In a world where partial greatness is celebrated and total greatness is shunned, there stands to be a figure on the lips of those who love him and those who hate him. The inane comparisons to Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant continue and has existed since 2003. There is no end in sight, for the battle between those who unconditionally love and unconditionally hate him wages on. These are their stories. Welcome to the Bronzexual Confessions.
Oh, damn it.
I'm doing this to laugh. And the person I'm going to laugh at goes by the idea of Truthful Waves.
Oh, no.
WAVEZ. And Victor, you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, no. So, you mean to tell me, unfortunately...
Actually, take that back. Take that back. I will eliminate Truthful Waves from the occasion. I will insert the name Cam Young.
So you still mean to tell us? You still mean to tell us that you were dumb enough to do this?
No, it found me.
Oh, for God!
I was not perusing it this time. I swear to God, I wasn't. I was actually preparing for a game I'm going to do tonight. If I'm awake to do it.
So you mean to tell me that the idiotic person in question said, "Quote:
Kobe Bryant is better than Michael Jordan. Stephen Curry is better than Magic Johnson. Nikola Jokic is better than Kareem Abdul-Jabbar."
Oh, dear Lord.
This one will shake Shane up. Kevin Durant is better than Larry Bird.
Oh, my God.
What?
Dirk Nowitzki is better than Karl Malone.
Wow.
We need to stop preserving the past and understand that accolades are relative to the time period you played in.
Seriously?
But wait, there's more.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Kobe, with his skill set, would run laps around late 80s and 90s guards.
Are you serious?
Kobe played in the late 90s, you idiot. He took the foundation that Jordan laid out and built upon it. Kobe had better handle. No. And I love Kobe. Joel is better than you. You know what? I'll stop there and I'll rip into him in a minute because he had more stuff.
Oh, my God.
He said, he also said, Steph Curry, this isn't even worth discussing. His skill set is much better than Magic. No disrespect to Magic at all. Are you kidding me right now?
What type of bullshit?
Jokic is better at every facet of basketball than Kareem. Are you kidding me?
Hey, before we get too far.
Money Motion with a $20 super chat. He says the WNBA's officiating crew knows that they are over physical because they are not athletic enough to be aggressive on defense without hacking. If they called every foul like an NBA, there would be 5-6 fouling out every game. I'll agree with that.
Yeah.
I will agree with that. Now back to this frivolity.
Oh no!
Dirk
I'm scared.
Malone.
I'm scared.
Here we go. Dirk over Malone is a pretty easy call. Footwork, range, shooting, efficiency, 3-level scoring, spotting up, off the dribble, post up, not close. And the one that's going to really piss off the dog, Durant versus Bird, is the only one that is somewhat close or debatable. No, it is not. However, something is
I'm officially scared for something.
What did he do now?
Oh, no.
We may have somebody that's got something to say to all of this.
Well, he ain't coming in now.
Wait, what?
No, he might join later, though.
Are we
No,
going to have
he
a
won't.
playmaker?
No, we're not.
Why not?
Because I'm so rattled I may kill it. And this is not against him. This is on me.
Well, that's why I think we need it. Because we need an
unbiased opinion.
Yes. We are too close to the fire.
You're right. You're right. I can't walk away now. Playmaker, get in here. We need you. Quick. Please help me take the emotion out of the game because that's what I was speaking on.
Ron Killy. It's time to get Ron Killings.
I'm starting to get a lot of things. Now, let me finish this frivolity before we go on.
Yeah.
Jokic is better at every facet of basketball than Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Are you kidding me? With Kareem having the most indefensible shot in NBA history, that of course being the skyhook.
And he had to use the skyhook because
they didn't allow him to dunk.
Yeah, they couldn't stop him from dunking. They couldn't stop him from dunking, so they had to stop. They had to basically ban him from doing so.
Back to Kobe. He took the foundation that Jordan laid out and built upon it. Better handle, jump shot. Notice the look on my face.
Mm-hmm.
And to playmaker, please get in here and tear me apart. I need it. I need the there we go.
You ask, ladies and gentlemen.
Here he is.
We provide.
Now, forgive me not knowing the brother. You got your mic black. I don't know who the hell you are. It's like you're in the broadcasting witness protection program.
Take it,
Zero in the house.
All right.
Take it, playmaker. Please. I need it.
Shane,
Take it.
Shane, hit the button.
Huh?
Which one?
Which one?
It's Wednesday. Hit the button.
Oh, he's got one
no!
too. Oh, hell.
Oh, no!
In a world where partial greatness is celebrated and total greatness is shunned, there stands to be a figure on the lips of those who love him and those who hate him. The inane comparisons to Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant continue and has existed since 2003. There is no end in sight, for the battle between those who unconditionally love and unconditionally hate him wages on. These are their stories. Welcome to the Bronzexual Confessions.
I might laugh after all.
I wasn't expecting this.
Matter of fact, put everybody on the screen. I want everybody to see this when I go do this.
Oh
no!
And Blake,
I'm going straight to the source itself. LeBron James. I just know. I know darn well. I did not hear you with Steve Nash talking about you don't understand this ring culture that is evolved in the game of basketball.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I know I did not hear that.
Time. Penalty flag on the field. I want you to repeat that again, and I want Shane to open the quote.
LeBron James.
Quote.
LeBron James went on his podcast with Steve Nash and talked about he don't understand the ring culture that is in the NBA.
Where is Paul? Where is Paul Allen?
Are you kidding me? Get Al Michaels in here too.
I gotta go get my lunch to enjoy this one because this is gonna take a while.
Thank you, Victor.
He did what?
Are you serious right now?
After I sat there,
he actually said.
Whoa.
Victor, go look it up.
Hold on.
Go look it up.
I'm doing the same.
Trust me, because when I was listening to y'all, I was watching First Take and they talked about it.
Oh my god.
Oh Jesus. Hold on.
LeBron.
Live research, folks.
And y'all know I don't do Bronzexual confessions.
No.
And I said, after I sat there yesterday.
Oh my gosh.
And defended him.
I found it.
Okay, yeah, I got it too.
Oh
so
boy.
LeBron James criticized the discourse around ring culture in the NBA, saying a ring is a team accomplishment, and pushing back on the idea that a player's individual greatness is measured by how many championships he wins. He says, quote, trying to nitpick an individual because he was not able to win a team game or a team match or whatever the case may be. I don't know where it started, but it's a long conversation, especially when it comes to me individually. Roger says on Mind the Game with Steve Nash. It's so weird, it's never enough.
Playmaker.
How dare you utter those words? How dare you say such things? Who was the one that's chasing the ghost?
Yes.
Yes.
And why are you chasing the ghost?
The ghost.
Because that ghost is revered because he never lost in a finals.
The world championship.
Correct.
Yep.
The man won 3, retired, came back and won 3 more.
Exactly. How do I say Snowman? He dominated, retired, came back, and redominated.
And redominated.
What did you do? You was in Cleveland for 8 years. You couldn't get it done. And albeit everybody forgive you for the first one because it was the San Antonio Spurs. That was a word or machine. You just want you didn't have the horse.
Yeah. Yep.
Yes, sir.
You took your ass down to Miami.
They all got
your ass choked against the Dallas Mavericks.
Oh no.
You got past Kevin Durant in Oklahoma City to finally win a title.
Finally being the operative word.
You met up with the San Antonio Spurs, and thanks to Ray Allen saving your ass, you end up winning back to back.
Thank you. Thank you for bringing it up. Because I had someone in my ear during that particular series saying that LeBron took over game 6 and 7. I'm like, no, he took over game 7. I will give him that. But 6, he got saved by Ray Allen.
Victor,
shooting.
I've never said this aloud. I will say it here. You know who was in my ear saying that LeBron took over in game 6 and game 7?
Who?
Matter of fact, you know what? Let me
Oh.
backtrack. If it weren't for Chris Bosh and Ray Allen saving your ass.
If it was,
by the way, if I remember correctly, you the one that missed the damn free throw.
Let me backtrack even more. If it wasn't for Kawhi Leonard missing 2 free throws with less than 24 seconds remaining, it wouldn't have led to that Ray Allen moment. And to answer Victor's question of who was in my ear about that all the time,
your mom,
my mother,
your mom.
If green coaches shouldn't be what it is, then why don't you take your ass back to Cleveland then after you know you had to get down to Miami?
And then after he went to Cleveland and found out that they were not going to be championships, they're going to be one and done champions, he took himself to where? L.A.
You made a promise to Cleveland, and I already said, and I came on this program, I said, I commend you for keeping your promise.
You delivered.
You owed them a championship. You bought them a championship. And then to say it all, the way Victor just said, you took your ass down to L.A. If you wear purple and gold, what is the requirement? What is the expectation of wearing purple and gold in that city?
Championships.
I think it's championships. I could be wrong, but I think it's championships.
And you know what? Stephen A brought up a very important point because you know the whole Mind podcast that LeBron is doing. You know who was supposed to be doing that?
JJ Redick.
No.
Who?
And it makes perfectly sense to why LeBron feel like he can say whatever he want to say. Because if Kobe Bryant was sitting across from him, you would not utter those goddamn words.
No.
Agreed.
No, he would not.
You think Kobe Bryant played the game just to have individual stats?
No.
Not
Kobe played the game to dominate y'all and let y'all know if y'all want what I have, you got to go through me to get it.
You have to go through the grind to get to me.
Was Steve Nash a good player? Yes, he was. Charles Barkley, a great player. Yes, he was.
Yes, he was.
Patrick Ewing, yes, he was. But you know what the problem is? You had Michael Jordan in the way. You had Kareem Olajuwon in the way. You had Kobe Bryant in the way. When you play a sport, you don't play the sport just to have a visual stature. You play the sport to become a champion. You want to be known as one of the greatest to do it. And how can people understand you one of the greatest to ever do it?
If I may, since Playmaker is one of the monarchs of wrestling,
You're the champion. You on top of the mountain.
If I may, since Playmaker is one of the monarchs of wrestling, if you're not there to be the world heavyweight champion, what are you there for? If you're not there to be a world champion,
every single wrestler has said that.
Exactly.
If you're not there to be the heavyweight champion of the world, then what of it?
What are you there for?
What are you there for?
You're not there to host that Larry O'Brien trophy, that gold basketball. What are you?
I think LeBron, you said this because that's your only other option of getting past Michael Jordan.
It is,
which a lot of people ain't going for.
It is.
Now I'm the one that came on this program and had Snowman, along with some other people, take a turn because Snowman was gripping you for the longest. But I had to give him a flashback. Hey, you don't do what LeBron does and say he sucks at basketball.
Guilty as charged.
Stephen A. Smith give you second all time, and you don't like that. He put you over Kobe. I'm not putting you over Kobe.
Idea.
Me neither.
I'm not putting you over Kobe.
And this is after I sat here for 15 minutes yesterday
defended
this man, because I still think what he said was correct. Well, nothing wrong with it, but then you go around, you pull this.
Yeah, that's what he pulled.
He actually said that.
This is cowardice.
That's exactly what he said. Why you think I would not be here if I didn't know it?
You know what this sounds like? This sounds like a person that says, I will never be able to win another championship. So I have to find a way to minimize how much the championship means to a player individually.
And matter of fact, let me go to one of your biggest rivals, Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant. Yep.
Kevin Durant, he didn't win no title at OKC. But you know what his thinking was? For people to actually talk to me in the way that I want them to talk to me, I need to win a title. So guess what he did? He took his ass to Golden State.
Yes, and won 2 of them.
He would have won more.
Were it not for an injury.
You want to go another further? How about Steph Curry?
Yes.
Since I'm on the show of a man that follows Steph Curry, will Steph Curry be talking about the way that he's talking about if he haven't won them titles?
He wouldn't be able to.
Because he would not be able to utter a word.
They would have called him just a one-hit wonder, or basically a one-trick pony, which is a 3-point shooter.
And they were calling him that until he came back from his ankle injury in 2013 and got extremely better.
You know why there's a divide? Let me go to why there's a big divide when it comes to the Caitlin Clark camp and everybody else. Because the one thing that most people don't want to talk about, Caitlin Clark didn't win in high school. Caitlin Clark didn't win in college. And she has not won yet in the WNBA.
True.
While there are people that's defending Caitlin Clark, and guess what? I like Caitlin Clark. But at some point, Caitlin Clark needs to bring home that chip.
She has to win. And you said that on Shooting Lights Out. I remember.
I heard it too.
She's got to win a chip. At some point, she has to win to really put herself in that edge mark of being the face of the franchise or face of the league.
And the face of the league has titles. And right now, the face of the league is Sabrina. Could be a competition between Sabrina Ionescu and Breonna Stewart because they won a title last year.
When people recognize the grace, they look at it and say, oh, those guys are on the top of the mountain. When you are on top of the mountain, that means you're on top of everybody in that profession.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has to come get you.
Say that again.
Because when you on top of the mountain, everybody comes to get you.
You have a bullseye on your back.
Yes, you do.
In the last 7 years, we not have had a repeat champion in the NBA.
Nope.
So guess what? Nobody in the NBA is dominant. In the 90s, you had Jordan. In the 2000s, you had the Lakers. If you didn't have the Lakers, you had the San Antonio Spurs.
I mean, look at Bill Russell.
In the 70s and 60s, Bill Russell. That man had won 11.
Mm-hmm.
In the 80s, you had a split between Larry Bird and Magic Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason why LeBron James, you not being as revealed as you probably think you should, because you went to 8 goddamn straight finals, but you won half of them. If you would have completed the whole 8 of them, there'll be no conversation whatsoever.
None. None.
But you got there, you got beat by a Dallas Mavericks team that nobody thought had a chance against you.
JJ Barea, anybody?
Dallas didn't have a chance, or shouldn't have had a chance in 2011, because you had Dirk, JJ Barea, and nobody else.
You lost to Steph Curry in the Golden State Warriors the first time, albeit you was without Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love during that series.
Mm-hmm.
You finally got them back the following year, and then Kevin Durant was like, "You just gave me my meal ticket."
Mm-hmm.
He did.
And he socked you in the mouth twice.
Slap.
2012. 2012.
If it wasn't for the damn bubble, you probably wouldn't have won in LA.
Agreed.
And you haven't been back since.
Nope.
And they blew the team up after they won in 2020.
You can be the leading scorer of the NBA. You can be the greatest rebounder, the greatest assist person. But guess what? Did anybody actually care about all that?
Nope.
No.
That guy number 23 in red won 6 titles. He been there 6 times, which means he is 6-0. That means when it comes to the series of all series,
the World Championship,
you can't touch him.
And at least two of those titles, LeBron had to go all the way through. He had to go to Game 7 to finally clinch it.
You couldn't even make it to a Game 7 with Jordan.
Exactly.
There was no reason.
Wait.
Shut it down.
Stop a minute. You mean to tell me that LeBron, the supposed GOAT, had to play a few
Game 7.
Actually, I think 2 or 3 I remember. Because I know 2016 he had to go 7. I know against Spurs he had to go 7 in 2013.
True.
2012 I'm not sure.
5.
Did he go 7 or 6?
5.
5. They'd be OKC in 5.
Okay. So he went 5 for his first one. Had to go 7. Basically got saved. 2016, we know what happened there.
Yep.
So he had to do some Game 7s. Meanwhile, MJ never allowed a Game 7.
Never allowed a Game 7 in the finals.
I'll give you this when it comes to Game 7. You do show up for Game 7.
Yeah, that is true. That is very true.
Because you just don't go around putting up 40 in the Game 7. But for you to sit here and say you don't understand this ring culture that people do, that's how you understand who is the best in their profession. You want to know why Tom Brady is the number 1 guy to most people? The man won more Super Bowls than every single team in the NFL.
Yep.
By himself.
Yep.
Or as
same Joe Montana.
As Playmaker says in our promo that we love playing for him, by himself.
Snowman would go with Joe Montana for obvious reason, and I don't blame him.
Hey, Montana got it started for me, but I will not discount what Tom Brady has done.
And look at Patrick Mahomes now.
Yep.
That man, Patrick Mahomes only knows AFC Championship at least.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
He don't know what an offseason is.
He's been to an AFC title game every year he's been in the league.
Oh, and by the way, can you do me a favor next time? Can you know the fact that Peyton Manning won 2 Super Bowls and not one?
Mm-hmm.
He won 2. That's why he can be talked about now. Because he would have stayed at 1, we wouldn't be talking about Peyton Manning.
This is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt me. Well,
Because if he would have stayed at 1, Tom Brady blow past him and get him out my face.
But you could compare like the individual stuff that LeBron does to likes of Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott puts up amazing numbers in the regular season. What happens in that postseason?
Matter of fact, speaking of the Cowboys, this is the one time I'm going to be nice to the Cowboys. Because Victor,
oh boy,
why is the Cowboys known as America's team?
I don't know. It's definitely not because of football, but they are.
They are called as America's team because of Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin. What did those 3 gentlemen do together?
They won Super Bowls.
They won 3 Super Bowls.
They won 3 Super Bowls.
They won 3 Super Bowls.
Pittsburgh. Why does Pittsburgh only have 3 coaches and they're tenured as a NFL franchise?
6 Super Bowl championships.
Super Bowl championships, yep.
Each coach has won a Lombardi trophy.
That is true. That is true.
You want to know why? Thank you, Ryan. We want to know why Eli Manning can be up for a Hall of Fame nomination?
He beat Tom Brady twice.
He beat Tom Brady twice.
In the ultimate
Don't remind me.
In the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl 42 in Phoenix, Arizona. Super Bowl 46 in Indianapolis, Indiana.
There's a reason
not
why.
taking a shot at you, Big Dog. Not taking a shot at you. I'm making a point.
I know, but still, don't remind me.
There's a reason why Mike Ditka is still considered a top-tier coach in Chicago. 1985. Yeah, it's won, but he still brought a chip to Chicago.
You want to know why Drew Brees is so revered in the city of New Orleans?
He brought a chip there too.
To a team that should never have won one, but he brought him a title to New Orleans.
You want to know why the city of Atlanta is still suffering from the Falcons?
28 to
3.
28 to 3. Ouch.
I'm not taking a shot. I'm proving
no,
facts.
I get it.
Yeah, we know. We know.
Championships tells you who put in the work, who put in the effort, who did what needed to be done. So you see them as the top player team in that profession.
Yep.
That's why winning chips matter. When you play quarterback in the NFL, you better win a Super Bowl.
Yes.
Position in the game. Key position on the field is the quarterback.
When you the superstar player in the NBA, you better have some titles to go along with your name.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, what did you do with your career?
Not a dadgum thing.
Got a bunch of basically participation trophies.
You want to know why one of the only players that are revealed has not won a championship is Allen Iverson? Because everybody knew damn well Allen Iverson did not have no goddamn team.
That's true. That is true. I feel so bad for him too.
And he ran into Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal, and the Los Angeles Lakers.
Yep. You would say the same thing about Carmelo Anthony too in Denver.
That man, Allen Iverson, when he stepped on the court, you finna get a show.
You gonna run. If you have to guard Allen Iverson, he's gonna make you run like a treadmill.
You're gonna get worked.
That man didn't mind if you were 7 foot tall or 5'1". You gonna get this work.
Mm-hmm.
Tyrone Lue, anybody?
But trust me, if Allen Iverson would have brought home a championship, oh my goodness.
Yep. The drought that has haunted Philadelphia since 1983.
Mm-hmm. But go ahead, playmaker.
Championship is the ultimate goal. What's the point of you playing any sport that's not ultimate? Shohei Ohtani left the Angels to go to adult because he just knew if I just go across the street, life would be so much better for me. And guess what he ended up doing?
He went across the street.
Won himself a
World
ring.
Series.
Mm-hmm.
And is in contention for another one as the Angels flounder in the West.
Poor Angels.
Poor Mike Trout.
Why do you think people still love the White Sox from 2005?
Man, and I'm gonna end this how I started the show, which was in the chat. The most ironic thing is the state of Florida has become Hockey USA.
Yes, it has.
Of all damn things.
That is true.
Because 4 of the last 6 titles reside in the state of Florida.
2 for the Lightning and 2 for the
Between
Panthers.
Tampa
2 for the Lightning
and
2
Sunrise.
for the Panthers.
Guess what? The hockey players don't even care about the Conn Smythe Award, and that's the MVP award.
Mm-hmm.
That's Stanley Cup is the main goal. I can care less if I won the Finals MVP. Did I bring home the big trophy?
Did I bring home the big trophy?
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? There's an MVP looking to close out and bring home the Larry Bryant trophy tomorrow night.
That would be Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
SGA.
You think he cares about winning Finals MVP?
He wants the big one.
He wants
to get
big
both.
trophy.
It would be if he can get both, it'd be a bonus.
Mm-hmm.
You think he care about the fact he's the league MVP?
No.
That's why he did. That's why Nikola Jokic wasn't upset that Joel Embiid got that MVP when he went and got the big one.
No comment. Although I got 100 of them in my head for Blake, but no comment.
I'm sorry, Blake. I'm sorry.
I'm not.
Here's the thing. If you ain't on the top of your profession, then what are fans to look at you for?
Exactly.
Yep.
That's why Victor, who is a Cowboys fan, is going through what he's going through because the Cowboys ain't thinking about championships.
They want headlines. That's why I petition just throw this opening season away right now.
The reason why me and Snowman go at it like we do during football season, because we have teams that are potential to win championships.
Absolutely.
Niners and the Rams.
Niners and Rams.
The reason why everybody can't stand Patrick Mahomes because they know he's going to be at least in the AFC Championship, if not the goddamn Super Bowl.
And this year, everyone's got to go through Philadelphia.
Meanwhile, I'm off in the shadows as a New England fan wondering what happened.
I'm right there with you.
And you want to know why Shane had a 20+ year run? Because when you had Tom Brady and Bill Belichick, you had to go through Foxborough to get to the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Yep.
And it wasn't fun.
No, it wasn't. Especially when it was snowing during the championship game.
But
if you don't want to be number one, then what are you doing?
Hang it up and go away and leave us alone.
He thinks that he's number one already. That's why he's doing this.
Wasn't there a song that came out a long time ago? What does it take to be number one? 2 is not a winner, and 3 no one remembers.
Nelly.
Mm-hmm.
For you to say that, you was dead wrong for saying that. You cannot diminish the ultimate prize of your profession.
No, you cannot.
Does it take a team to do it? Yes, it does.
It certainly does.
Mm-hmm.
But you know this better than anybody. Whoever the face of that franchise is, you get the praises and the criticisms fairly or unfairly.
Yep.
When you win, you get all the praises in the world.
Get all the credit. When you lose, you get all the blame.
So LeBron, for you to say that lets me know something about where you at in your career right now.
And LeBron's been a recipient of that. In fact, he's only been a recipient of the credit. But yet, when it becomes the blame, everyone wants it to say, "Well, it takes 5. It's a team sport." We know that. But whenever he wins, every single time he wins, they're like, LeBron could do it all on his own. He don't need a team.
I'm glad you said it because that's what I want LeBron to do. Because for you to say that lets me know you don't think you can ever win another one. Even though you have Luka Doncic as your teammate.
So that's actually downplaying Luka. That's actually saying
that literally tells me right there, even though your body is at one point, your mind and emotions don't have enough years left. Don't have enough years left to continue to play.
Ooh, I like that.
Damn.
Now you can end it.
Thank God.
In a world where logic and sense flies completely out the window, while purple and yellow glasses are donned.
He didn't do it right. So I will.
Go ahead.
Here we go.
Get out of my face, you thirsty bitches.
In a world where logic and sense flies completely out the window. Wow.
Hold on.
Oh, no.
I'll start.
Dear Bronsexuals.
I'll start.
You.
It's been
Dear
upgraded
Facebook
to
for letting Bronsexuals on. You.
It's been upgraded to a personal foul, dead ball.
Dear ESPN for allowing LeBron himself to spew the frivolity that he did. You, and a whole lot of you. Now get out of my face, you thirsty bitches.
In a world where logic and sense flies completely out the window, while purple and yellow glasses are donned, rises a figure who encourages ridiculous, undying loyalty. Good Lord, I'm about to throw up. This has been yet another installment of The Bronsexual Confessions.
We're done.
Wow.
The Playmaker just closed this out.
I was going to say, I think we owe everybody an ID before we do anything else.
And I need an update. But
Lord have mercy. Screw the update.
I'm sorry. This one going to wait till Monday.
I
understood.
I understand.
And I'm glad you. A, I needed the laugh. B, you knocked some sense into me. And C, here's an ID. This is Snowman in the morning. And I'm never mind. I gotta put the IDs back together. Doggone it. And why did Playmaker come on and do this? Because yes, LeBron, it is you. It has always been you. It always will be you. Forever and ever.
Church.
Amen.
Amen. Lord have mercy. I can't believe that he even opened part of his lips to even say that. But it's like Playmaker said. He knows he will never again compete for a ring.
For a championship. Ever.
And so he's trying to trivialize the ring itself, which is a horrendous sin in the world of basketball.
Which is absolutely stupid.
I got nothing after this.
I'm sorry.
I do.
And not using, like they were saying, I usually run from this.
Yeah.
And
and when I said I'm doing this purely for a laughter, and I even said before Playmaker runs and hides, I needed to laugh. I did. But now,
no, I had to go straight to the source.
There's nowhere else to go from here.
Oh, there's more.
Oh,
individuals.
yes, there is.
There's more individuals.
Oh, yes, there is.
Because a lot of people agree with what LeBron is saying now. Well, actually, they've agreed with this for a while.
Oh boy. So what else do we have?
Hit it.
Oh no! Again with the button.
One more again.
Hit it.
Damn it!
In a world where partial greatness is celebrated and total greatness is shunned, there stands to be a figure on the lips of those who love him and those who hate him. The inane comparisons to Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant continue and has existed since 2003. There is no end in sight, for the battle between those who unconditionally love and unconditionally hate him wages on. These are their stories. Welcome to the Bronzexual Confessions.
I just had lunch. Don't make me puke.
All right.
I will try.
Oh, Lord.
But the evil genius himself.
Oh, what'd he do now?
The evil genius himself sent me something.
What?
Who I hope is doing all right.
I hope he is too. I
Yeah.
truly do. I truly do. I can't believe I'm going to do this.
What are you doing?
But as I said, the evil genius himself sent me a present.
Okay.
What'd he send you now?
He sent me this.
Oh no.
LeBron? Shh. Don't say that name out loud. What, LeBron? Yes. If my man hears you, he's gonna start glazing. Glazing? Girl, yes. He's not just a fan. He's a bronzexual, a full-blown leglazer. Girl, you can't be serious.
Did somebody say the name of the goat?
Wow.
Yeah, I was just saying that. Yeah, I was just saying that LeBron had a good game last night.
Good game. Good game.
You're gonna have to play that after on the post production. You're gonna have to play that whole thing.
Stop there.
You're gonna play that fully after
Full-blown bronzexual status.
I'll see myself out.
Thank you.
Take me with you.
And me.
Wait, I'm out. I'm done.
Chris.
I'll see myself out.
Chris.
What in the all types of blue hell?
I get out of my face, you thirsty bitches.
In a world where logic and sense flies completely out the window, while purple and yellow glasses are donned, rises a figure who encourages ridiculous, undying loyalty. Good Lord, I'm about to throw up. This has been yet another installment of the Bronzexual Confessions.
And now Blake is firing.
Angels Yankees at 7:05. I'll have the call tonight. We'll begin at 6:45 with our pregame. Why? Because the heck with it.
And now Blake is throwing shots too.
By the way, why are all these jokes happening? Because yes, Robert, it is you.
You and your
mustard.
We're out of here.
What? Never mind.
We're out of here.
We're out. God bless you. We'll see you tomorrow. I hope.
Oh,
later.
God. By the way, why are the 76ers never going to see the championship again? Because yes, Joel.
It
is you.
It has always been you. It will forever be you, forever and ever. Amen.
Well,
and why do the Bears suck? Because they have mortgaged, risked their entire future for DJ Moore.
And why have the Pittsburgh Steelers have rammed $75 roller course up their own behind?
I was about to say, because yes, Aaron. I had that.
Because yes, Aaron, it is you.
He knows it's his own fault, and he doesn't want to show up on the show. There you go.
Right.
Bye.